Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I come to speak again about different subject ideas for the point of views. For we all have our own truths. Everybody believes they are right within their own mind and consciousness. No matter who they are, they always believe they are right. And so to accept that to follow our own truths, to be our own truths, to live our own truths, and accepting that other people may live a completely different truth, as long as they try to impose their truths on us. For sometimes this is really what is really happening, but like in a consensus on the media, how the media is used, but to accept that we can, as mature beings, we can agree to disagree. We'll never agree on everything in any event. So, but if you're happy within your own truth, if you live within your own truth, you can accept that someone else lives their own truth. If your neighbor believes he lives in a flat Earth, let him live on a flat Earth. If the other neighbor believes he lives in a round Earth, let him live in a round spheric Earth. But other neighbor may believe that the Earth is just a vast field of energy where there is like all kinds of that is a sphere of evolution that is just made of energy, and that it's neither flat nor round. It is what it is, and it's although personally I know that except for paradise that is mostly flat and elliptic. All the other celestial body are rather round, but consequence for every so. So we're all evolving and growing within our own truths. It's like just whatever feels right, what is true for you, just live that, and know that there is an ultimate truth, a far greater truth, that is the love of God and the guidance you receive through your intuition, through your feeling state. And so that is really what we eventually will agree on that. What feels good to me, what is true for me. Eventually we'll come to this emotional maturity, and that we can actually accept other people's reality. We won't be bothered by the fact that other people are on a different level of reality, and to know your own truth and to live it as much as possible, and to be in alignment with this love of God. For free will is a distortion of the will of God, but it is wanted. Every planet of free will like ours is like really wanted, that every being needs to self-determine. And so, for we all guided, we're all like rivers, and this love of God that we connect to is like a river, and there's like all kinds of rivers. They are all on different paths, but they will all emerge into this great ocean of love, of cosmic consciousness at 0 point eventually. And so, so the free will needs to be respected. It is very important. And right now there is two groups that are, one group that are trying to enslave humanity, and from an energetic point of view, and the other group that's trying to free humanity. But it all depends on free will. Free will has to be preserved. The one that tries to enslave humanity is trying to deprive the humanity of their free will. They want to install some kind of totalitarian system of socialist, communist system, where they're going to sell it as everybody has everything. We don't need money because we can give you everything, but it will be directed by a super elite, and the government will have all power. Anybody that would say anything against the government would be deprived of everything. So we still need money. We still need free market. We still need private property. In advanced society, when everybody has matured and grown, we no longer need money. We can actually exchange freely and transparently, but there is no need for control. But for now, we're going to need it for quite a while. We need to move from a system of lack to a system of abundance. So it is important to say that we want less government and more free enterprise, free will, free markets, and to respect that, to not be to not go into this totalitarian system. But we do want to be humanist. We want to decrease the separation between the have and have not, and eliminate those who have nothing. For it is like as political Plato thought that power without all those, most of people that achieve power will become really antagonistic, and they will really become very antagonistic. For power is only when you have love and wisdom, power will be exercised well. So it's why in the Republic you recommend to make sure to choose the leaders well, because they usually become really the power does kind of corrupt in some sense. And so I think the 21st century will be focused on the quality of life, and we do want to put our focus to elevate the quality of the middle class, to eliminate poverty and environmental destruction. That's humanitarianism, to be human, to create a true human society. This is really what is going on. So do not worry about the plans of the dark. They will fail, but they're trying. They're still trying to enslave humanity with those new very those tactics. Because it's all about rhetoric. It's all about it's not about wisdom right now that leaders depend on. It's about their discourse, how they speak. For Immanuel Kant explained that the only power of politicians is publicity, what he publicizes through his words. But he also says that true politicians that are really that are good with good intention needs to kneel down before morality, before the highest good of all. For the philosophers, I've been studying that, and it's good to return to philosophy as much as possible. I'm going to pull a few cards so that I come and say hello. The past, present, and future, what we're working on and where we're going to be ending up. The past is the mission. We are anchored into our mission, and right now we are asked to repair. We're going to create. There is so much. This world is right now. This society is like so. Is breaking down to pieces. This whole society. We're going to need to repair, to recreate, to recreate a new world. And what is coming in the future is balance. It's quite wonderful. The light will balance us. What we're working on now is protection. Is to rely on trust and trust and faith, to know we are protected, and the future will be choice, free will, choice. We're going to have to make the right choice, and then the choice will be, and then once we make the choice, we have this kind of luck, the miracle, the unexpected good fortune that comes. For the best way to find this guidance is to surround her. A lot of people say, well, I'm having a hard time communicating with my higher self. It's like, say, well, you're not the first one. Many people have been praying, but not receiving answers from God. They say, well, I pray, but I don't receive answers. When in truth, God is trying to answer, but our mind is so busy, there is no space for it to come. We need to elevate our consciousness and make space within our mind, and to be rest, to do not have preconceived idea on how it will come. For Plato also said that opinions is just it's in between knowledge and ignorance. It's like in between. So we still it's all opinion. So we have to be able to realign our truth each and every day. So just to sort of share those ideas, for there's going to be some massive revelation that is going to come and shock the world. There is all kinds of then after there's the removal of all kinds of unwanted dark extraterrestrials, Elohims, fallen angels, all kinds of dark beings, and they're going to be removed. Right now there's mass arrest on the higher planes, and so. After that, there's going to be healing center and information center all over the world to prepare humanity for the new age. And so the ships will be landing after the removal of the dark, of course. They've created this false light, this false information, this false truth for us to deal with, because this polarized reality serve their agenda, but it's going to be replaced with the true light, with the true history, true knowledge that will be that will actually come to replace that. For we want to clear up our channel to be able to communicate clearly with higher dimensions. For all the eyes of the universe are upon us right now. For a long time, our higher spirits were like, well, not higher spirits, but higher civilizations were like. Well, we let them deal with their thing. They're completely mad down there. They're so busy killing each other, and it's like. But now they realize that they've been called to serve. Everybody's like they don't have anything better to do than to find ways to assist us and help us. They understand that the ascension of this planet is a key element in the ascension of all this galactic sector. So there is so there is there is different polarities. We either we polarize positively or negatively. Eventually, we'll find neutrality. But these polarized polarities is on negative or positive is about fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. For we say, well, fifth and sixth dimension, there is no more polarity, which is true. But even when you look in mythology, there is higher beings with higher knowledge in the gods of mythology, but some of them are really negatively polarized. So there is all kinds of beings that have been negatively polarized on the higher planes, even on the monad, on the 7, 8, 9 dimension, that they need to return to their balance. Some of them will be completely expurged, will be sent back to source they will lose their memory, and their memory will be integrated by the Supreme, but they will no longer be as personality. So that is the most extreme case. Some of them will have to balance out their karma, otherwise will be sent home for healing and reparation. But what we seek is there's a need for reintegration of the Christos and the Sophia, and to become Christ Master, to identify with the identity of Christ, to become universal beings that are totally free. And so, and when we achieve this neutral polarity, we become master of the law of one. For the law of one is all thing. It is yin and yang. It is ignorance and lucidity. For moral consciousness, from Plato's point of view, is the highest of sciences, which would be about like Ulm, the British or Irish philosopher, who thought that emotional maturity, emotional intelligence is higher than intellectual intelligence, because it's really where it lies, is to be able to be sensitive and to follow the emotions are guidelines, not to be overwhelmed by emotion. We need to be logical, but to use it as a guideline to see what the information is really trying to tell me. For love is really the return to we're gonna restore this law of one. We need to restore these principles of the law of one, and love is really the principle that supports the whole thing. So continue to love, of course, as much as possible, and so. Because there is, in those positive and negative polarities, there is those who are in service to self and the power over others, and there is those who are in service to others and power over self. So it's like this makes the difference between negative and positive polarity. So we need to find this balance. The highest wisdom for us today is the time of decision is approaching. We're going to need to make those choices that are coming. It's approaching the precipice. What we need to understand is all that shines, is to understand everything that is new may look pretty, so do not be deceived by the facade of things. Enjoy it, but always stay connected to your inner self. What we need to do is the time of sleeping, of resting, the time of a nap, is to allow ourselves to rest and relax and allow our thoughts to crystallize. When we're in total non-resistance, is when our spirit and soul can actually utilize this time to educate us, to show us certain things. And the outcome is not for you. To understand those things that are not for you, there are so many wonderful things that are for you. But first we have to let go of those things that are not for us. Everything that is deny us right now is really for our highest good, is to understand, to let go of that. Better things are coming. And so, and there's going to be a crossroads. There's really a crossroad. We're going to turn around the corner into the new beginning, the new spring. It's like the return of the light. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I just thought I'd come and say hello. I'm going to sing this song that speaks about the essential. It's very essential. It's an old song of Bob Marley. It goes like this. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. 3 little birds pitch by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melody pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile at the rising sun. 3 little birds Pitch by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melody pure and true, saying this is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, everything's gonna be alright. For the birds, they know, huh? They wake up in the morning, they're like, well, look, I'm very happy, I'm singing, I'm gonna fly too. I'll show you the way. They're privileged among all other animals. The birds, they were given this power to fly. Maybe one day we'll get that, anti-gravity. For the card of the day is the card of joy, of reconnecting to soulmates, friends, friendship, beautiful energy. It's the 6 of Raphael. Allow the inner child, allow the child within you to emerge. New friends or old relation coming back. Childhood or children or childhood. So it's really feeling like a child, not being childish or anything like that, but to feel like to play like children, to recreate our reality, and to allow there's going to be new friends coming in or old friends returning. So it's really at the time of preparing for celebration and joy, and to allow dreams and memories to be integrated, and to find this to stay in this beautiful energy of the heart and the love of God, to put the love of God above all things, to give our mind to the Holy Spirit, to be fully integrated in this peaceful state of being. So this is really this is my message to you. Do not worry about a thing. So I thank you very much for listening, for subscribing, for sharing, for commenting, for your donations as well. I thank you very much. And if you want a private session, send me an email. I may still be able to do a few of those. And I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Namaste.